started. All right, so we've got Patrice Miller, and first question for you, Patrice, is what is your current job role?
So I have recently been recruited or appointed as a specialist English teacher. It sounds more fancy than what it actually is, but it involves me teaching English. So from functional skills across the board to A-level English. And the other part of the role would be to kind of lead on the developments of the new GCSE English curriculum forward. So that's quite exciting. Other parts are promoting best practice and consistently good teaching across the English department. Again, something exciting and new, something very different from what I've previously done. And carry out developmental observations within the team. So that should be exciting. And this is in a large FE college in London.
Okay. And how did you get to that role then? What's your teaching background?
Well, it's a long history. I came into teaching through the kind of traditional route. So I'd gone to uni, studied a history and English BA, and then I'd gone on to do a PGCE. After that, I at inner city FE college, which was quite fun. I was there for 3 years. Again, I taught functional skills English and GCSE English. And after 3 years there, I think I was ready for the next step. So I kind of took some time out, and that's when I landed in my most recent role.
Cool. All right, so who's been the biggest influence on your teaching and why?
The biggest influence has to come from my line manager in my previous job. And I say this interestingly because I think she was always on hand for me. I'm quite one of those people that need reassuring in my job. And I feel like she always provided that reassurance. If I was having a bad day, I can go in the office and shut the door and let it out. When things didn't necessarily go my way, again, she was always there on hand, and you're actually a really good teacher. And I think that made a kind of difference, because there was times when I wanted to leave teaching. And she led by example, so to speak. You could see through the way she did things that she was actually a really good teacher herself, and she wasn't just giving it all the talk. It was, you could actually see that in her practice. So she's kind of given me the push.
Great.
Yeah.
If you could then recommend a piece of reading or research that you'd recommend to any teacher, what would it be and why?
Someone I'm currently looking at the moment is Dr. Matt O'Leary. I'm quite interested in his reading at the moment, because obviously he promotes kind of alternative methods for observational practice, and that's something I'm looking at, especially with my new role. And I kind of feel that he's made a lot of arguments, again, promoting those alternative practice and kind of making sure that it stimulates professional dialogue. You've got the whole feedback, feed forwards approach to observations, and I think it's something that I'd like to see more of in the culture of FE and the culture of observation, so that we're not scared and we're not feeling ill and all of that stuff. And I feel like he's really great at speaking and giving that voice.
Okay, thank you. Good reading. Okay, so if you could recommend one teaching strategy, I know it's hard, what would it be and why?
Oh, I think experiential learning, that's a big one. And I say this because I'd like to see students learning from a hands-on approach. For example, you know, in English, you're all looking at text, and we're looking at quite dated text. And you go back to all the way to Shakespearean times, Elizabethan theatre. And I think sometimes the students can't picture what that's like. But with experiential learning, was able to use experiential learning, was able to take them to somewhere like the Globe Theatre and make them be that audience, and they get that feel. And I feel sometimes we don't have enough of those. We don't promote enough of those strategies and enough of that kind of role play and understand what it's like in someone else's shoes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Makes sense.
Lovely. That concludes the 5 questions with. So thank you very much, and good luck in the new role.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll see you around soon.
See ya. Bye.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Okay.